Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's the first Wednesday of the month, the 5th of April, and it means that Internet Vikings are back with their monthly Inside Scoop. Thank you for joining us today. As always, I can see quite a few people here. Hello, hello. And my name is Julia. For those who are watching us for the very first time, let me introduce the concept a bit. So, Inside Scoop by Internet Vikings are monthly live streams that are delivering you the freshest and the latest news from the world of the iGaming and online sports betting. We are focusing on the United States market and the tech aspects of the industry to keep it interesting and insightful for you. So, without any further overdue, let us start with whatever has happened for the past month. So, the big news of 2023 is, of course, the launch of the state of Massachusetts, which happened on the 10th of March. Everybody is anticipating the news to see the revenue of the state. So far, it hasn't been released. It will be released on the 18th of April, and everybody's really looking forward to see the numbers and to see whether it will beat the launch of New York or not. The launch of the sports betting, not online sports betting, was pretty successful. They closed the month of February with a revenue of 2 millions. So let's see what online sports betting brings. The other big news are Ohio, which launched on the 1st of January 2023, and it exceeded all expectations throughout the industry. It is said to be the second only to New York, beating New Jersey, which grossed with 1.11 billion. And Maryland, the launch of late November 2022 was also brought rather unexpected results. It is the seventh state out of all nearly 30 states where online sports betting is currently legal. These are pretty small states bringing huge results. So, definitely exciting things are happening across the Atlantic in the US. So there will be more online sports betting states being introduced this year. So the current states that have introduced the regulations are Kentucky, Missouri, Oklahoma, Vermont, Minnesota, North Carolina, Texas, and Georgia. So hopefully we will see a lot more launches by the end of the year or at the beginning of 2024. Texas sounds especially exciting because it's one of the biggest states in the US by revenue, by GDPR, and of course by the population as well. So let's see what happens there. As the US market continues to grow, Internet Vikings continue to expand throughout the market as well. So we've recently, actually just today, announced our cooperation with Craft Sports in the state of Maryland. And a few weeks back, we announced our expansion into the states of New York and Mississippi, which are just a few out of 18 states where we are currently operating. And we will continue to grow together with the market itself. While the market is growing and the businesses are expanding, some still are fearful and struggle to enter the market. They claim that it becomes even harder and harder to do so. The competition is high and the regulations are tough. This is the reason why we keep conducting our United States related webinars. Actually, we had one last week on 29th of March. It was a very interesting question. Let me read it out for you. The regulation is so tough that it becomes challenging for the companies based outside of the USA to look for business. Can we make it more flexible? And the answer of our experts is
I can take that one. Like looking at the market, the people that's already in the market that may take all the cost to go into the market with this, in this example, not so flexible model, they will never want to change it because they've already taken all the cost for it. So there's like literally no lobbying or no traction in make it more flexible. So it will stay like this. It won't.
Exactly.
That's just the answer. And it won't change.
No, I
Don't
mean, you're
think
right.
about it. It will be like this.
if a regulation will become something, it will be more unflexible rather than more flexible. So this is up for the companies to adopt. When it comes to regulation, you adopt and you do it, or you don't enter the market. So if you think it's so tough, don't enter the US market.
I agree, because the regulations are tough, but you know what also is tough? The market. But what we are seeing, even with the tough regulations, there's an upward trend in almost all of the states, month over month, year over year. So regulations are tough, but companies are doing it. So why change something that is already working? Because the regulators are not thinking how to make your life harder. You know, they're thinking about protections and the systems to implement in order to have an efficient system that is running, and you know that it has all of the controls, all of the responsible gaming. So it just, because it's a complex system, that's why the regulation is so sophisticated. But again, you have to adopt it. That's all.
This is just one of many questions that we've covered in our US webinar last week. If you've missed it, please, I will leave the link in the description box below. You can click through it and watch the entire webinar. It will take only an hour of your time, and it's packed of insights on the trends, future trends and current trends in the United States market, the updates on the legislations covering the revenue and the tech aspects, everything you need to succeed in the United States iGaming and online sports betting market. Another exciting news is that last week we had the second of our international tech dinners in Stockholm. The first one was in February in London. So it is official, our tech dinners have launched internationally, and our tech community keeps growing, and we will continue to do so. So stay tuned for the next location of our tech dinner and do join us. Probably the last news for today would be that we will be taking part in SBC North America conference in May, on May 9th, 11th. So if you would like to find out more about hosting in the United States, get a consultation on how to build your infrastructure there, please do not hesitate. Come and speak to our experts. That would be all for today. Thank you for being with us, and I will see you in a month in May with some more exciting news. Have a great day.